Hey, it's Steve Darling in Vancouver with our OTCQX video series. And joining me was the CEO of Starpharma, Dr. Jackie Fairley. Dr. Fairley, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Want to learn more about your company. Very interesting. Why don't you sort of give you a bit of an overview of what you do at Starpharma?
Well, Starpharma is a company which is founded on a technology platform. We have a proprietary kind of polymer, which is highly branched, called a dendrimer. And from that polymer technology, we've developed two product streams, if you like. One which is an anti-infective stream, and we have a product which is already approved and on the market in a number of countries, including Canada and Japan and Asia and Australia. And we also have the technology applied to the delivery of existing medicines, so things like cancer medicines and things, to actually improve their performance, reduce their side effects, and make them more effective.
That's an interesting part of the platform, because does that allow you to do things a lot quicker when you already are working with an established drug?
Absolutely. So the benefit of using an established drug with what we call a delivery technology, which is the way we're using the dendrimer. So the dendrimer isn't the drug itself, it's improving the delivery of an existing cancer drug, for instance. What it means is that you have a lot of information already about the way the drug works. And in fact, we select successful, widely used products, cancer treatments like Taxotere or docetaxel or Irinotecan, which is marketed by Pfizer as Camtasar, and we improve those, but it makes that development pathway quite a bit faster.
Let's talk about Irinotecan specifically, because you just stepped into phase 2 now after phase 1. And this is dealing with a lot of interesting cancers in colorectal, breast cancer, and also pancreatic, which is such a very difficult cancer to try and treat. So tell me a little bit about phase 1 and what's going to be happening in phase 2.
So the phase 1 study was conducted at 3 sites in the UK. And so this is the first time, phase 1 trial is the first time this novel dendrimer-based formulation, which we call DEP Irinotecan, has been trialed in humans. And this was a study in cancer patients, which included, as you say, breast, colorectal and pancreatic cancer patients. They were very heavily pretreated patients, so some of them had actually 100 cycles of treatment previously and failed. And we saw some very encouraging efficacy signals in those patients in all 3 of those cancer types, including, as you say, pancreatic cancer, which is such a difficult cancer to treat. And the benefit of a technology like this, so the dendrimer technology, is we can create a targeted version of the product, and that we can therefore get activity in cancer types like pancreatic cancer that the original drug is not used in.
I want to talk about a couple other things within the company. VivaGel, this I found kind of interesting because there seems to be a lot of unique uses for this. So tell me about VivaGel.
So VivaGel is a novel non-antibiotic therapy for the world's most common vaginal infection, which is called bacterial vaginosis. So this is a condition that affects around 30% of women in the US and a similar number in many countries around the world. Currently, the treatment for it are conventional antibiotics, which are quite old and toxic and have a lot of side effects, and people don't like them and don't tolerate them so well. And so this is a novel non-antibiotic therapy, not absorbed into the bloodstream, so much lower sort of potential for toxicities, but equally efficacious. And so it's been launched in Australia, Europe, and most recently in Asia. And we're certainly seeing some really great feedback from patients who have previously only been able to use antibiotics.
And I understand that you're looking for FDA approval in the United States. Is that right?
Yeah, so that process is ongoing, and in fact, both the US, but also many, many countries around the world. We've licensed the product in 161 countries.
Wow.
So we have commercial partners in all of those countries, and our intention is to roll it out really across as many, across the globe.
I want to talk about COVID-19 really quickly because I don't think there's anyone that hasn't been touched in some way by either news or knowing someone or something. Even though there was not a lot of cases in Australia, you're doing some testing with COVID-19 for SPL7013. Tell me what this is and how this is relating to COVID-19.
So the active ingredient in the VivaGel product that we were just discussing is SPL7013. So this is a novel dendrimer that was discovered by Starpharma, and its original application was as an antiviral product. It's as an antiviral agent. So it's highly active against HIV, genital herpes, HPV, so human papillomavirus, and a number of other viruses. So naturally, with the outbreak of the coronavirus, we were keen to see whether it had activity in the SARS-CoV-2, so the virus that causes COVID-19, and we were pleased to see that it has significant activity in that virus. And so because we've got already registered products using that same active ingredient, there's potential to expedite the development of a product which contains this same active ingredient. And where we're focusing initially is in the sort of nasal spray, potentially an inhaled product, so as a puffer or as a nasal spray, to actually act as a preventative, so to perhaps be used by frontline healthcare workers, people in aged care facilities, people in other crowded environments, to protect them against acquiring the infection.
Yeah, I'm thinking about school kids, right? Kids going back to school, especially, that's the way they're all getting the flu vaccine here in Canada is through the nose now. And it seems like that's a way that kids can take that and obviously find hopefully some immunity from it. Let's talk about the rest of this year and beyond. I know that the company is well cashed up. So what's your focus now for the next, 6 to 12 months?
So we have in the DEP side of our business, so in the part of our business which is in the drug delivery technology, we have 3 phase 2 candidates which are currently in the clinic, and those clinical trials will continue on. So we'll be looking to continue recruitment into those cancer trials. So DEP Irinotecan, DEP Cabazitaxel, which is based on the prostate drug Jevtana, and DEP docetaxel, which is based on Taxotere. So those 3 programs will continue on, and a couple of those we expect to complete this year. In addition to that, there's further rollout geographically of the VivaGel product across other parts of Asia, into Eastern Europe and other parts of Europe, as well as other approvals and launches of the VivaGel product in other markets. And obviously we'll be continuing those, including continuing the activity in the US.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be extremely busy. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Sure appreciate learning more about the company. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Jackie Fairley, the CEO of Starpharma.